Imagine waking up one morning to find out your husband sold your soul and your unborn child to the devil himself. This is the story of innocence, betrayal, and the most terrifying pregnancy in history. The tale of Rosemary's baby, New York City, 1965. The skyline hums under a pale evening haze as the camera drifts down toward the Gothic, ivy-streaked Bramford apartments, a towering relic of another age. To most, it's just another old building. To Rosemary Woodhouse, it's a dream come true. Rosemary and her husband, Guy, arrive at the massive entrance, hand in hand, hearts full of hope. She's small, blonde, radiating quiet warmth. Guy, an ambitious actor, hides his frustration behind a charming smile. They step inside with their realtor, Mr. Keith, who boasts proudly, "An apartment like this doesn't come up often. The place smells faintly of dust and secrets. Sunlight leaks through tall, cracked windows. And in the corner, a dresser pushed against a strange sealed closet. What's in there?" Rosemary asks. "Probably just storage," the realtor says quickly. Too quickly still, they sign the lease. As the ink dries, an old woman passes in the hallway, her eyes dark, her face curious, almost knowing. That night, the Woodhouses move in, and something in the walls watches them. Their first night in the Bramford feels wrong. The floorboards creak like whispers. The air hums with unseen movement. "Guy," Rosemary whispers in the dark. "Do you hear that?" He laughs it off. "It's just the old pipes. Relax, Ro." But deep inside she feels it, the pulse behind the walls. A rhythm, almost like chanting. A few days later, Rosemary meets Terry, a young woman living with the elderly couple next door, Roman and Minnie Castevet. Terry's eyes sparkle with devotion when she speaks of them. "They've been so kind. They gave me this," she says, showing Rosemary a pendant filled with a strange, sweet, rotting scent. "What's that smell?" Rosemary asks. "Tannis root," Terry answers proudly. "It's for protection." But one night, police sirens scream outside. A crowd gathers near the pavement. Terry's body lies twisted and lifeless. She's jumped from the window. Rosemary gasps, clutching Guy's arm. She had everything going for her. Guy pulls the curtain shut. "Forget it, Ro, we barely knew her." But Rosemary can't stop thinking about the pendant and that smell. The next evening, a knock at the door. Minnie Castevet stands there, short, loud, drenched in perfume and concern. Her husband, Roman, is pale with eyes that pierce straight through. "We felt terrible about Terry," Minnie says. "Come have dinner tomorrow. We hate eating alone." Rosemary wants to decline, but Guy, ever the social climber, smiles. "We'd love to. Dinner is strange." The Castevet's apartment overflows with antiques, candles, and unsettling portraits. Roman speaks of distant lands and ancient traditions. Minnie insists on her homemade dessert, chocolate mousse with a faintly bitter taste. As they leave, Rosemary whispers, "They're odd." Guy shrugs. "They're harmless." But that night she dreams of Roman's strange eyes and Minnie's too wide smile. Scene 5. Guy's sudden success. Days later, Guy bursts through the door, shouting with joy. "The lead actor in the play went blind, and out of nowhere. They're giving me the part." Rosemary laughs, delighted but confused. "That's awful for him, isn't it?" Guy waves her off. "Bad luck for him, good luck for us." As he celebrates, Rosemary notices the faint smell of tannis root on his jacket. That night, the chanting returns, louder, closer, behind the walls. The sound of ritual. Scene 6, the night of the dream. Weeks later, Minnie delivers more desserts. "Try this mousse," she says with a wink. "My secret recipe." Rosemary takes a bite, chalky, bitter, metallic. She pushes it away. "It tastes funny. Eat it," Guy insists. "Don't be rude." Moments later, her vision blurs. The room tilts. She falls back, weightless, drifting into a crimson fog. She's floating at sea, naked, surrounded by shadows. A circle of people chant in a language she can't understand. Their faces morph. Neighbors, strangers, Roman, Minnie, and Guy. Then, something monstrous crawls over her. Its skin black and scaly, its eyes burning red. She tries to scream but can't move. A deep, rumbling voice whispers, "This is no dream, Rosemary. This is real." The world dissolves into darkness. Scene 7. The morning after. Rosemary wakes the next morning in bed, dizzy, aching, her body covered in scratches. Guy sits beside her, smiling nervously. Don't be mad, he says. You were out cold. I didn't want to miss baby night. She stares at him in horror. You did it while I was unconscious? He laughs it off. It was kind of necrophile-ish, I guess, but fun. She looks away, disgusted. But deep inside, she remembers the dream and the voice. Scene 8. The pregnancy begins. 2 weeks later, the doctor confirms it. She's pregnant. Guy beams with joy. Minnie bursts in uninvited, squealing, "Oh, wonderful! You must see our doctor, Dr. Saperstein. He's the best in the city." Rosemary hesitates, but Guy insists. Dr. Saperstein gives her strict orders. No other vitamins, no outside opinions. Only Minnie's daily natural drinks. The pain begins almost immediately. Sharp burning cramps. Weight loss. A constant ache in her belly. "Something's wrong," she cries. "It feels like it's eating me from the inside." Guy frowns. Saperstein says it's normal. Don't question him. Scene 9. Losing control. Weeks turn to months. Rosemary grows pale, weak, and distant. Her friends notice. At a gathering, one whispers, "You look terrible, Rosemary. Are you sure your doctor's not crazy?" Guy pulls her aside, furious. "Stop listening to them. They don't understand." That night, she clutches her stomach, sobbing. "Please, make the pain stop." Then suddenly it does. Peace. Warmth. The baby moves. Guy kisses her. "See, I told you." Everything's fine, but Rosemary can't shake the feeling that something inside her isn't human. Scene 10. The nursery. She decorates the nursery. Soft yellows, white lace, a perfect crib. When Minnie visits, she frowns. "Don't put the crib near that closet, dear." Rosemary laughs nervously. Why? No reason. Just superstition. Later, as she sits quietly in the nursery, she hears it again. Faint crying. A baby's cry. From behind the closet wall, scene 11, the warning. Her old friend Hutch visits, worried. "The Bramfords got a bad history," he says softly. "Witchcraft, Satanism, cannibalism. The Trench sisters, Marcato, all lived here." Rosemary laughs weakly. "You're scaring me. I'm serious. And that pendant they gave you? It's used in rituals. Throw it away." Before he can explain more, Guy suddenly appears, smiling too brightly. "Hey, Hutch. We were just leaving." Days later, Hutch falls into a sudden coma. Before dying, he leaves Rosemary a single package. A book titled All of Them Witches. Scene 12. The Truth Revealed. Late one night, she opens it and freezes. Roman Castevet's picture stares back. But the caption reads, "Stephen Marcato, leader of a satanic coven." Her hands shake. She confronts Guy. "Roman's Marcato's son. They're witches, all of them." "They're using me!" Guy laughs nervously. "Ro, you're losing your mind," but he won't meet her eyes. And she knows. In scene 13, the escape attempt. Terrified, she packs her bag and flees to Dr. Hill, her old physician. Sobbing, she tells him everything. "They're witches. They want my baby for a ritual. Please help me." Dr. Hill nods calmly. "You're safe here, Mrs. Woodhouse. Rest a bit." She exhales, trembling with relief. But moments later, the door opens and Guy walks in. Behind him, Dr. Saperstein. "No," she gasps, backing away. "You betrayed me," Dr. Hill says softly. "You just need rest." They take her away as she screams, "You're all witches. All of you." Scene 14, the labor. Back in her apartment under sedation, Rosemary's body begins to convulse. The air fills with chanting. Minnie's voice cuts through it. "Almost there, dear. You'll forget everything soon." Pain floods her body. She screams, and the world fades to black. Scene 15, the aftermath. She wakes to silence. Guy sits beside her, pale and shaking. "Where's the baby?" she whispers. He hesitates. "He didn't make it." Her eyes fill with tears. "No, I heard him cry. I heard..." "Ro," he interrupts, "please. Don't make this harder." She turns her head, and from behind the wall comes the unmistakable sound of a baby crying. To be continued. Part 2 reveals the shocking truth and when the child's fate.